Alright guys, so this is day 5 of me building and trying to fly my RC plane like a pro. So I started off by securing the wing of my airplane onto the fuselage, and when I was done I decided to have a motor test to make sure that the motor is spinning in the right direction. And when I was done with that, I went on ahead to check the battery percentage, which I was monitoring. And yeah, when I was done with that, it was actually time for the main flight. Alright, so because I had a really bad hand launch, I wasn't able to sustain myself in the air, which caused me to abort the takeoff and come in for an emergency landing. But luckily, after a quick inspection, there was no really much damage except the fact that I had to switch my propeller because I ended up bending this particular one. After switching the propellers, it was now time for the actual flight. During this takeoff, I had a decent hand launch, which I was able to sustain myself in the air. At this point, when I came in for a low pass, I noticed the aircraft was making a weird noise, which I could not really place what that noise was about. I kept flying anyways, hoping the noise would clear off. But then I noticed that I could only hear the noise when I come in for a low pass and when I am not really on a very high throttle, probably around 50% throttle. Alright, so after flying for about 3 minutes and some seconds, I decided it was time for me to come in for a landing. I gradually reduced throttle and then I started descending downwards. The landing wasn't as smooth as I imagined it would be, but I walked away without damaging anything. I did a quick check and I noticed that the motor was insanely very hot. This was because of the propeller I swapped on earlier in the video. The propeller I flew with was a 10-inch propeller which made the motor overwork itself, I also opened up the capsule to inspect my ESC, which I noticed was also very hot, but luckily everything was still good and intact. I checked my battery percentage to monitor how much power I've used over my flight time. Before the flight, the battery was around 12.3, but after the flight, I noticed that the battery went down to around 11.6.
11.6.
The
11.6
battery
is
drained faster than usual because of the big propeller I flew with. Before I disassembled my aircraft, I met some local kids who were very much interested in my aircraft. I gave one of them an opportunity to have a feel of what it's like. Despite the fact he was scared, he was also happy in the end. If you enjoyed this video, follow for more content like this.